Welcome back to the channel. This is the borderline man, your middle-aged man, talking about borderline and things in my life. And one topic is, of course, dating and why I'm doing it. Besides the obvious reason, finding love, finding intimacy and all those things, then there is the aspect of healing. I date because I want to heal. Going on a dating page is healing. Just getting the attention from people. Oh, it's a fox running down there. You see the fox? Down there by the tree line. Well, dating is difficult, of course, for everyone. But in my case, it is also a process of, is it ethical or not? The obvious answer is, well, no, you shouldn't be on a dating scene before you are ready. And by ready, it means healed and all issues resolved and all those things. Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's that simple. I think the dating itself is part of the healing process for me. And finding someone that fills the gap, the void left behind by my previous relationship is very, very helping, very healing. There is actually, in my opinion, no better way to heal. Now, the obvious problem is that you are broken. You have, if you've been in my situation, you have basically a broken heart. There's no easy other way to put it. And that means there will be instances that will make this probably obvious. But my answer to this objection is, well, show me one person, middle-aged person, that doesn't have issues, that doesn't have baggage, and I will give you $1,000. Because, newsflash, we all do. We all have issues, we all have baggage, we all have problems from our past that have shaped us, formed us, influenced us, broken us down, wounded us, improved us also. I think the main thing here is it an issue? Is it an issue with a thing that has happened before? And I argue that it doesn't have to be. And I see it, and this is probably going to rub some people the wrong way. I see it basically like you have this sweet house you live in, you love it, but you can't really live in it anymore. And you feel like, yeah, I should go out house hunting. I haven't decided everything yet, but yeah, I should go out house hunting. That's how I see it. I'm house hunting. I'm going on open house showings and looking. Window shopping, you might say, with an open heart for the possibility that if someone shows up, some house shows up on the market that's really, really nice, then I might become interested. And being this, what's the word I'm looking for, ambivalent about what to do and my intentions, not having a clear goal, rather watching and looking and feeling the vibes, is okay by my standards. I don't think that you have to be on the dating scene with a clear goal that I want this and I want that. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are in. I mean, if you're young, you don't really have any experience and you don't know what's in store for you in the future. But when you're old, you want to perhaps sample new things and try new things in life, and you don't know. I don't think it really matters who you are and what your intentions are when you go out dating, as long as your intention isn't to hurt people. And I have no intention of hurting people. I will try to make it quite clear from the start what my intentions are. This will be a problem if I face someone that isn't reading what I'm saying very well, and or themselves have very vague intentions that they don't really make it clear. It happened for me just a little while back. Was this girl who, well, she said she was looking for friends, and I thought that this meant either one of two things. She was looking for friends, just friends and nothing else, or she was looking for, well, a sexual partner. That was the thing I thought, and I, at the time, wasn't into her that much. She was funny talking to, but I couldn't really feel any attraction and so on. So I basically let the whole thing with her dwindle, and I kind of ignored her and didn't write so much. And we kind of didn't talk for a while, and then things just slipped away. And then suddenly she writes me one day and says, well, how are things going with the dating and everything? And since we basically never talked about in any way romantic, I answered quite honestly, yeah, it's going not really good. I've been on a couple of dates and, well, nothing really. And she got upset. You know, that passive aggressive kind of upset. She didn't really tell me what it was at first, but yeah, I kind of noticed she got really pissed. But the thing was, she got really, really disappointed. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. I thought you literally said you were looking for friends. And I explained to her, and in my world that only means friends or sexual relationships. And if you were interested in me, you kind of didn't show it in any way. Really, and I haven't flirted with you once. So I used her actually just to chat with. She was funny. She was a laugh, and that was it for me. She wanted something else, and she made that very unclear. So that kind of sucked. we ended that chat with some harsh words. And well, I don't regret anything. People have to take responsibility for what they say and what they tell each other. And if you pretend to not be interested, well, I'm sorry if you are. I mean, that's your problem. So the point of this is I won't let anyone think that I am anything else than what I am. I will let people know instantly that, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I hope to gain from this. I don't have any set goal or anything like that. Not yet. If I find love, that's great. I probably won't find it at first sight. I don't think I am that type, and because of my luggage, I think it will take some time for me to warm up to someone else. I mean, that's my goal, to speak about things like that. And I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to sit on my chamber, staring into the wall, waiting for some magical emotional healing to happen just from not engaging myself with people on dating sites. I'm not playing with them. I am doing things in a way that works for me. And the cold hard truth is that if we don't hook up instantly and don't connect instantly, it is very high risk, or rather chance, that we won't ever do it, that we won't ever hook up. I am a person that needs a physical attraction. I need to be attracted to my partner. I've noticed that. It doesn't matter if you are the funniest person alive, that it won't by its own be enough. So yeah, with that in mind, I think that it's okay for me to do what I do. And yeah, I know that there's a lot of people out there saying, nope, no. You should only date if you have all things resolved already. Well, I don't. And I am not going to sit on my ass waiting for a change that doesn't seem to happen by its own. I think that change will only happen if I actively do things that reshape my mind, heals my heart, and so on. I don't think anything will happen before that. I think my borderline broken heart is scarred, it is fixated on my ex still, and the only way to unfix this is either for us to have a real bad fallout, which we haven't had, and I don't see us having it because we are still friends. I know this is problematic. It's easier to get over someone if you don't have any connection at all, but we are still friends. And the only way for me to find someone new, or rather heal completely, that's what I mean, is finding someone new, I think. So that's what I'm continuing doing from now on and so on, and I have been doing. Hopefully she just shows up one day, that perfect little unicorn that I'm looking for, that just replaces old things with my ex that my mind probably somewhere still fixated on an emotional level, not logically, but emotionally. My mind knows that we are not good for each other, and so does a big chunk of my heart, but there's still, that attachment, that thing that you just can't rationally get over very easily. I know time could, but I don't want to spend the next 5 years alone like a monk. And I'm not even convinced that will work. I have a friend who I remember asking him once, hey, why don't you have a girlfriend? You had a girlfriend, but that was like 10 years ago. And what he said on that day kind of broke my heart hearing. And that was, well, I'm not interested in someone else. She was the one for me. And I'm, oh shit. I don't know, this was like 15 years ago now, so if I talk to him now, he might not say the same thing, but hey, 10 years after breaking up, and you still dream about someone. I'm sorry, but no amount of more alone time is going to change anything then. The only thing that will change that is you finding a new love. That is everything that is the only thing that will work. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of idealism out there on what you should and shouldn't do, but I think is written by people who have never experienced these things. They don't know what they are talking about, and they are afraid to be involved with someone like me. They're afraid to get their heart broken by a complicated person that haven't gotten over my ex. And sure, that might happen. I might on many levels still compare you to my ex, and that won't work for some people. They might understandably get offended, at least if I voice this, or if it's in another way obvious that I do. So nope. I will the only thing I can do is to be responsible in the way I behave, and avoid trying to hurt someone for this reason. So I'm very restrictive now with going on dates. I've tried going on several dates, and that part is easy for me, but when I then meet these people, they are always like 5% worse than their best image at best. This is what you get. And nope, if I haven't really felt a huge passion from their image, their photos, the chat and everything, yeah, I doubt there will be love then. So I've decided to be a lot more restrictive with giving the like on the dating apps, because yeah, that was what I can do to protect people and myself from unnecessary wasted time. Oh well, I don't think it was easier in the past when people dated before dating apps. I think that's a myth. I think people today are just more picky. We expect more. We hook up with people because we really want that big love and everything. And maybe people didn't do that in the past, or maybe they just had lower expectations. I don't know. Anyway, with all the faults and errors there are with dating apps, and there are, well, there are plenty of those, rest assured, I'm not sure there are easier ways. It's just the simple fact that my ex, with all her faults, left a very difficult spot to fill for someone else. And yeah, I will try to continue filling that spot, because that will, even if I don't succeed doing so, heal me. It will. I can feel it. I can feel that with every new person I talk to, something new happens. Some new cognitive things happen in my mind that change things. It is more effective than just sitting alone and not meeting anyone. It is. Well, thanks for listening to my ramblings about borderline dating once again. I know this was a controversial topic, but let me know in the comment section what your experiences are, what you do if you are in a similar situation like me, being single and left with this void and this broken heart. Are you afraid to date? Do you listen to what other people say you should and shouldn't do, or did you just do what you want to do to feel better? I belong to the last one category there, and that doesn't mean, and I want to stress this, that I intentionally want to hurt anyone. Not in any way more or less than what other people do when they date, because getting hurt dating is actually part of that sad process. There are expectations, you meet up, and then they fail. And my borderline and broken heart has very little to do with this. This happens to everyone. So I justify my actions with what I see is reality and logic and what happens to everyone. And that I don't have any malicious intent whatsoever, and I'm not being more egoistic than a lot of other people that just ghost people and behave like assholes like they do. I won't hurt anyone. I feel really, really bad when I notice that someone is more interested in me than I am in them. It hurts me that this happens, but I also know this could have happened with anyone, just not simply just with me, because I have borderline and a broken heart. It could have happened with anyone. So yeah, dating is fun, but it also sucks. That is the story that I should have put on print on a t-shirt, because, well, most of you already know this. It is what it is. All right, this is the Borderline Man signing off.